Well, hi there, everyone. We're going to talk about Montana. Montana ahead of the game. They have issued 2023 guidance for their rates. We get to look at them. I've plugged them in to the Payroll and Google Sheets application, and we're going to test them out. I'm fond of the state of Montana. I do have at least one I know of off the top of my head, and I think maybe more payroll clients in Montana. And I also remember the last time I was in Montana, I picked up kind of a guy that was not housed individual, and I drove him to a bus station when I was in Rock Springs, Wyoming. He was from Montana and he was going back to Montana. Actually, I was in Wyoming, but he was from Montana. And I just have fond memories of people from Montana, always good folk. And I know that a little bit of money goes a long way in Montana. And so before I get into the Montana withholding rates, which I have been updated, I'm going to talk about something I'm going to offer, which is when you are a small business, really small business, and you have less than 25 employees, this Google Sheet is pretty much all you're going to need to run the payroll yourself. And you won't require me to do any updates to it. You can follow the videos and you can figure out how to update this thing yourself. I'm actually going to show you how you change pay period frequencies in this file so to make it work with whatever your business needs are. And when I think about Montana, especially when I look at the examples that they're providing here, they're saying, an employee earns $135 during a weekly pay period. I know how far the dollar stretches in Montana. And so I offer this product at $250, and I provide a version of Microsoft Excel that I build for you for your business. But if you just want to do this yourself, I'm going to offer it for $100. It's because I'm thinking of people in Montana, and I just know how far that goes, and I know the difference between $100 and $250. And so you can just get access to this Google Sheet for $100 for the entire year of 2023, starting right now, and I will answer your questions and help you along the way. And I just have memories of people when I've been to Montana, and I know the difference between 100 and 250 bucks. So I can't say no, even though there are those of you in other states that are going to take advantage of that discount and probably could afford more. If you need an Excel version from me for a larger business, then I will charge you more for that. But just for the access to the Google Sheet, I'm going to charge $100. And now let's get into Montana and talk about what they've done for 2023. So first thing is the same as before, which is the Montana W4, MW4. You're just going to answer these questions about how many allowances you have. That's pretty easy. That goes right here. It's one, it's two, it's whatever it is. And you fill that there. You do not have to worry about a Montana filing status. They do not care. They tax all money and entities and people the same. So it does not matter. You do not have to fill one out. As for how we coded the rates, it's pretty easy. It's just basically they've shown you what the annual rate is, and they've changed the annual exemption amount to $2,070, which is right here. Went up from like 1,900 something. So we record the new exemption amount of 2,070 each, and we plug in the new rates, which range between 1.8% and 6.6% on these different ranges of income. And we have those. I'll show you where we have those in the Montana section of the file. Right here. Yes. So we have the rates right here, which happen to be minus 600. This is what the formula looks like when we double click on it. If it's less than $7,630, then you're taking 1.8%. If it's less than $16,350, then you're adding $137 plus whatever the amount was minus 7,630. This is an amount that's somewhere between 16,350 and 7,630. Before I just start blabbing numbers, this is just that rate formula that we have right here turned into an algebraic if equation. That's all we did. So you can see that, and you can type that in if you want. Now let's test it, because it's pretty straightforward. I already tested this weekly one at 135 bucks, which got me thinking about the pricing for this file. Let's test a different example, which is bi-weekly at $29.50. So how do you change this file to totally be what you want? The answer is you choose bi-weekly here in the matrix sheet, and you type in the number of pay periods in a bi-weekly year, which are going to be 26. because it's one every 2 weeks, usually 52 weeks. So that amount is all you have to do. Then you need to put in the wage amount. So we're going to go to where we enter in wages. And normally when you're looking at this file, you can hide all these dark background colored cells. They're all formulas. You don't need to do anything with them. We're just exposing how they are created to show you how we coded these rates. Generally, you can just look at something like this and you can enter what they said, which is $2,950. $2,950 is how much the wages are for this biweekly period. Now we just go to the pay stub. Actually, do we have our exemptions right? Did they say how many? It said employee claiming 2 exemptions. So did we put 2 exemptions here? Yes, we did. Put 2 exemptions there. So that's good. So here's your $2,950. Apparently the state of Montana tax is $150. Is that what it is? It is. Look at that. That's exactly right. And we could do the same thing with a semi-monthly person, but it's a bit redundant at this point because it will just work. So pretty basic, pretty easy, and also updated for 2023 Montana. So I would like to, I really like the state of Montana. I mean, there's so many different states I've traveled to and driven around the country, and the people that I know that also wanted to escape to Montana. I like those people also. It certainly is a state that screams independence, but also reasonable independence. I feel like you have to work together, but you also have this emancipation of your freedom sort of in Montana. So that's the update for 2023. The rates are done. Thank you for getting ahead of the game, Montana. We are now done with Montana. So that's good. And where are we going next? Because there were a lot of states that I had to kind of pause on that are not ready yet for next year. There's Maryland, there's Maine, there's Michigan, there's Minnesota, there's Missouri. There's a lot of states that begin with that. There's Mississippi also, where we're waiting for guidance. But Montana is done. And Montana's looking good. So we move on to North Carolina next. We're out of the M's, even though a lot of them still need work, all right? So payroll should be easy. Payroll should be also inexpensive to do this because it's just algebra. So we're going to do both of those things, and we're going to make it cheap and we're going to make it effective. We're making it so. So good luck. May all your payroll be enjoyable and value.